Guys, welcome back to another episode on what a day it was in the Olympics. All of Canada was holding their breath in the men's quarterfinals matchup today against Czechia. Canada wins their fourth gold in 4 days. Busy day, great day. 3 overtime thrillers in the quarterfinals. We're going to recap it all. We're going to talk about it. But let's start the show with the men's quarterfinals action, hockey. It was a fantastic day of hockey. 3 overtime games. I talked about it just shortly. And the first game of the day, Slovakia took on Germany. Germany coming into this game, dominating France just yesterday, 5-1. But it looks like they ran out of juice as Slovakia dominated them 6-2. Slovakia advances to the semis. I know Canada's game was right after this, was the second game, but we're going to skip that game just for a second. And we're going to go into the first, well, it's actually the second overtime thriller. We're going to go into an overtime thriller in this game. Finland, Switzerland. This game was awesome. Took place this afternoon. Finland down 2-0 going late into the contest with under 6 minutes to go in the game. Sebastian Aho scores for Finland to bring it within 1. 6 minutes remaining now. Well, a little bit under 6 minutes remaining. Sebastian Aho brings it within 1, and then with a minute to go, a little under a minute now to go, Miro Heiskanen scores to tie it up to send the game to overtime. Finland, with 7 minutes remaining in the game, were down 2-0, and then I'll imagine, because of Heiskanen and Sebastian Aho, it's 2-2, it's going to overtime. And then in overtime, Lehkonen scores to send Finland to the semis, and Switzerland packing. What a comeback from Finland. And then now, the game that everybody wants to talk about. This game had everything in it. Canada versus Czechia. It was a tough game today because Canada lost their captain, Sidney Crosby, in the game, but we'll talk about that a little bit earlier or later on. It was a nail-biter. Canada start the game with an opening score from Macklin Celebrini with a dish from Connor McDavid. He was averaging a point per period, Connor McDavid, with 11. I can't remember if he got that assist in OT today. But they go 1-0, and then 5 minutes later, Czechia equalizes 1-1 game. And then a couple minutes later, they score again on the power play. Pasternak going into the first intermission. Canada is down 2-1 because of Pasternak's power play goal. Oh my God. Canada's absolutely shocked going to the break. I know I was absolutely stunned going into the break and going to that first intermission. And then Lucas Dostal was playing tremendous hockey in net for Czechia. I'm having World Juniors flashbacks here because for some reason, Czechia gives Canada the hardest test in the World Juniors, and it gave them a run for their money in this game today. But on a power play, halfway through the second period, Canada finally breaks Dostal, who's been fantastic. 2-2. 2-2 game going into the second intermission. See, it was a tough game. But let's talk about Sidney Crosby's injury for a little bit. He left the game. He did not return. Gudis hit him. It was an awkward hit. It was a couple awkward hits earlier in the game that resulted in Sidney Crosby getting hurt, getting injured, and he left the game, did not return. He was being evaluated the rest of the game. There was no update on him. I'm going to guess we're going to get an update from Coop tomorrow on Sidney Crosby's injury. Some are stating that it's an MCL injury that they're worried about. Hopefully not. Hopefully Sidney Crosby just tweaked it a little bit, because once he went down, the team went down. It was hard for the team to get momentum back up. But they did. And, going into the third period, 7 minutes remaining in the game, with 6 men on the ice, 6 men on the ice for Czechia. They score to take a 3-2 lead. Now, all of a sudden, Canada, all the Canadians across the world, wherever you are located and you're Canadian, you are holding your breath. Czechia up 3-2. I just don't understand how even Canada missed 6 Czechia players on the ice. The officials missed, because to be honest, it's the officials' jobs to make sure that it's 5v5, but there's 6. CBC actually said a thing that there was 8 men on the ice at one point on the exact same play. Ridiculous. But I'm saying when the goal was scored, there were still six guys on the ice. For Czechia, the refs missed it. Canada missed it. The fans missed it. The broadcasters missed it. Everyone missed it. I missed it. People at home missed it. Everyone missed 6 Czechia players on the ice as they take the lead. Andre Palat with the goal. But the last 5 or 6 minutes remaining of the third period, crazy 5-6 minutes there. Jordan Binnington doing all he can to keep Canada into this game and not go down 2 goals and to keep it within a 1-goal game. 21 ginormous saves from Jordan Binnington. I hope no one ever talks bad about this guy. Yes, he's not had the greatest season in the National Hockey League this year. That's just because his team isn't having the greatest time in the National Hockey League this year. But he comes to a team right here. He can perform. It's called Playoff Binnington, or it's called Four Nations Binnington. Olympic Binnington is here, making 21 ginormous saves for the Canadians today to keep them in this game. And in 3 minutes and 27 seconds left in the third period, Devon Toews shot going 3 feet wide. But Nick Suzuki with a beautiful tip ties it for Canada. It's 3-3, and we're heading to overtime. What a quarterfinals game that was. Devon Toews' his shot was going 3 feet to, I think, the left, or going 3 feet wide, and Nick Suzuki just gets a beautiful, gets his beautiful blade on it. Some were saying it was high sticking, it was not high sticking. It's a good goal, and it was a clean goal. There was the right amount of Canadians on the ice, and there was the right amount of Czechia players on the ice for this goal. 3-3 Canada going into overtime, and then Magic Mitch Marner 3v1 through the offensive zone. 3v1 with a beautiful backhand, wins it for Canada. 4-3, Canada advances to the semis. Czechia is packed, going home. What a wild game that was. That game had everything in it. The highs and the lows for Canada, especially Canada losing Sidney Crosby early in the game. But people were saying, I think Mitch Marner said in an interview post-game that Sidney Crosby talked to the team, and I believe in the second period, got their hopes lifted, and brought them some good energy to finish off this game strong. And, Canada's head coach was saying, do not let this be Sidney Crosby's last Olympic hockey game, and it's not going to be in. Hopefully, Sidney Crosby is all right. Hopefully, Canada sees Sidney Crosby back in the lineup on Friday, or hopefully if they have to play one game without him, they win that game, and we see him in the gold medal match. But let's go to the States. The States we have another overtime thriller on our hands, another overtime game. Canada and the United States versus Sweden. Let's go to them in the third OT thriller of the day. Dylan Larkin got it started for the Americans, scoring in the second period, and then it was going late into the game where Zinovich scored to tie it, to send it to overtime, and then 3 minutes into overtime, a beautiful goal from Quinn Hughes to win it for the Americans to send them to the semis. Let's take a look at the semifinals action that will be happening. It will be taking place on Friday. We have Canada taking on Finland at 10:40 a.m., and we have the United States taking on Slovakia at 3:10 p.m. on Friday. The gold medal game happens on Sunday at 8:10 in the morning, and then the bronze medal game will happen on Saturday at 2:40 a.m. Let's hope Crosby's injury isn't serious, and he can either come back in the semifinals game or either in the gold medal game or the bronze medal game. One more game that I want to tune up tomorrow is the women's gold medal match. It's at 1:10 p.m. Canada, America for the gold medal. The bronze medal game will be at 8:40 in the morning. Switzerland, Sweden. We got a packed day tomorrow. It's going to be beautiful. We got a gold medal game happening tomorrow. We have curling, and let's get into it. Curling round-robin action happens tomorrow. The final round-robin action happens tomorrow, but today was the second last round-robin action, I guess. Yeah, that's how I can say it. Today was the second last round-robin action for both men's and women's, especially Brad Jacobs and Rachel Homan's crew. But before we talk about Canada's 2 medals on the day, we're going to talk about curling here. Brad Jacobs and crew only had one match today, and it was against Italy. Canada's absolutely pumped up. They've already qualified for the semifinals that will be happening tomorrow afternoon after they beat Great Britain 9-5 yesterday. Canada beats Italy 8-5 to bring their record to 7-1, and they sit second in the standings behind the undefeated 8-0 Switzerland. The final match for the round-robin action will take place tomorrow at 3:05 a.m. against Norway, and who they have to play in the semifinals it's still up for debate. It's still to be decided. But let's take a look at today's action. A lot of stuff that has to be figured out in the standings from these scores. Let's take it to the standings now. Great Britain and Italy continue to hold the final 2 playoff spots. Great Britain win against the States 9-3. Despite, though, Italy's loss today, they still hold on to the 4th spot going into the final match against the undefeated Switzerland squad. Italy-Switzerland tomorrow. But here's a look at the standings. We already have it on the screen. Switzerland's a beautiful 8-0, and Canada is 7-1. Those two are clinched. Great Britain. So now it's Great Britain's holding on to the 3rd spot with the 5-4 record. They will take. They will play tomorrow. I mean, they're done. They're down their round-robin action. Sorry, Italy holding on to that final playoff spot with a 4-4 record. They will play Switzerland tomorrow. Norway with that 5th spot with another 4-4 record, and they will play Canada tomorrow. States off tomorrow. They're finished their round-robin action with 4-5. There's really nothing that can go their way to make the playoffs, and they are sitting at 6th. Let's take a look into Rachel Homan and crew, the women's action. They're hoping to keep the hot hand going as they take on Italy also. And it was a close game today. It was a tight game for Canada and against the Italians. Going into the 10th end, Canada was up 7-4. They just needed, I would like to say, 1 or 2 more points going into the final end or in the final end. But Italy, Stefania Costantini and crew breaks off for 3 to tie it, bringing it to an extra end. And it all came down to the final rock for Rachel Homan and the crew. And they deliver. Canada wins in a close matchup, bringing Canada's record to 5-3 in round-robin action. They will take on Korea tomorrow in the final play of round-robin action. Let's take a look at the standings for the final 2 playoff spots. We have 3 crews with a 5-3 record here. Canada, Korea, and the States. Canada and Korea play against each other tomorrow, while the States play the second-place crew, Switzerland. It all comes down to the final draw tomorrow. Canada has to beat Korea to advance to the playoffs. Rachel Homan and her crew have no other path to the playoffs if they lose. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be excellent. It's going to be an entertaining day for the final round-robin action. So curling has been electric on these Olympics, and I'm a big fan of it. I can't wait for the Rock League curling to start because I am going to watch it. I think I'm going to go watch it all. I think I'm going to become a big fan of curling and stuff like that. But let's chat about our 2 medals of the day. So it's basically a speed skating chat here. In short track speed skating 3K meter women's relay, Canada was leading the entire race. And then 1 slip with 3 laps to go. Canada slips, but they keep their footing. But it was all for nothing to keep their footing as they went from first to third, as they had to settle for the bronze medal. It's okay. We'll take a medal. Courtney Sorrow wins another medal for Canada, her 4th of these Olympic Games. 2 silvers, 2 bronze. She's the first woman from Canada to win 4 short track medals at one Olympics. Congratulations, Courtney Sorrow. And men's short track speed skating 500-meter Canadian Stephen Dubois wins gold, his first individual gold in his career. William Danjanu was a part of the race also, but he was penalized, and it resulted of him finishing last place in the race. That is awesome. It was Stephen Dubois' 5th Olympic medal of his career, his first individual gold medal of his career. Congratulations to him. What a fantastic race he had. There is 1 day remaining in the speed skating realm at the Olympics, and it takes place on Friday. Canada sits at 5 medals as a team, and they are hoping to break the all-Canadian record of 6 at one Olympic Games. There are 2 medal events left for them to beat that team record. Men's and women's 1,500-meter relay race that takes place on Friday. Let's take a closer look at the medal count. Canada, with their 4th gold of these Olympics, 4 golds, 4 silvers, 6 bronze medals. Canada has really started to heat up in these final coming days of the 2026 Cortina Olympics. Only a couple days left of the Olympics, and they've heated up at the right time in speed skating. So that's pretty electric, but in all the events, they've really heated up. And hopefully we can get one more gold tomorrow as Canada takes on Team USA for gold. Let's see it. It's a gold medal match. Marie-Philippe Poulin. Hopefully she's the difference maker for Canada in that gold medal match, as they were embarrassed a week ago, last Tuesday, 5-0 against the Canadians. There's a lot of curling happening tomorrow. The men's semifinals also takes place tomorrow afternoon after the round robin concludes at 3 a.m. Olympics new event, ski mountaineering debuts tomorrow, men's and women's. That's the Olympics brand new event. That's exciting to watch. I'm pretty sure, I actually don't even know what that event is about, because when I've heard people describe it, it's basically a race uphill, then downhill. It's basically you know what, let me do a little research here. You guys know this YouTube account or Instagram account called Sportsball? They get you right. And let me just hear what this guy says for 5 seconds about it, because I'm pretty sure he has a video about it. I think I'm 100% right on this. Am I right?
Olympic debut of ski mountaineering.
Ski mountaineering. Here you go.
Sport in the Winter Games.
Let's hear this.
The 3-minute event is so intense. In simple terms, the sport is a race to see how quickly skiers can go up and then down.
Okay, I was right. It's see how quickly skiers can go up and down the mountains. Ski mountaineering debuts in the Olympics tomorrow. Men's 1500 speed skating final happens, and lots more happening tomorrow on the official day 13 of the Olympics. I'm Daniel Federico. This has been the Daniel Federico Show. It's a great day to be Canadian. I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Ciao.